Gary Lineker backs Arsene Wenger's controversial World Cup reform plans. Gary Lineker has backed Arsene Wenger's controversial plans to stage a World Cup every 2 years in a selfish show of support. Former Arsenal manager Wenger, who is FIFA's chief of global football development, claimed earlier in the year that the current schedule for major tournaments needs reviewing. The Frenchman suggested that the World Cup and European Championships should be played every 2 years, calling for FIFA to kick all the rest out in reference to other international competitions. The World Cup has been held every 4 years since its inception in 1930, with the exceptions coming in 1942 and 1946, where no competition was held due to World War II. Similarly, the European Championship had been played every 4 years since its introduction in 1960, with last year's postponement of Euro 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic the only exception. The upheaval would see a significant change to football's schedule and has been met with widespread criticism as it is seen to threaten the history and tradition of the game. However, former England forward Lineker has come out in support of the controversial claims in what he himself has called a selfish stance. "I might go against the grain here a little bit. In one way, I think I would love to see the World Cup every 2 years. I would genuinely love it," the current Match of the Day host told TalkSport. "I hate summers where there is no major tournament. I think it's boring. I think the only reason we think 4 years is great is because that's how it has always been. People say maybe it's better if it's not played so often. Well, play it every 10 years, then I don't quite get that argument. Realistically, is it going to happen? I rather doubt it. But yes, I'd love to see a World Cup every 2 years. I'd love to see a European Championship every 2 years. Have your say. Would you like to see the World Cup held every 2 years? Join the debate below, but that's just me being selfish because I love big tournaments. I don't realistically think it will happen." Although the 1986 World Cup Golden Boot winner expressed his desire to see the change made, he did admit that the proposal for more frequent major tournaments does have its drawbacks. "However, I think there's a very big but, and that is how you possibly manage the players' tiredness, as you are just pushing them too far," Lineker added. "Obviously, they are massively well paid, but that's beside the point because you want the best players playing the best possible football, so that would be an issue." However, Lineker, who netted 48 times in 80 caps for the Three Lions, did offer his own possible solution to the issues raised by player fatigue and overcrowded schedules. "My only way around that would possibly be to make sure in terms of qualifying, there is way less, say 3 or 4 teams," Lineker theorized. "They are